2 in tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Lions and the Jaguars on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin joined by Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Lions in this matchup. They've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. One quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Now Lawrence on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 16 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
2nd down at 5. Now Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Lawrence to throw. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have the Jaguars first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence going up top. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Partner, doesn't seem like it, but that's a tough spot for a kicker. First drive of the game, and they're calling on him. He should be warmed up. He should be into the game, but sometimes it's almost like, oh, what, now already? Can't they put it in the end zone? What's going on here?
Yeah, he's probably saying, if you can't get it in the end zone, can you give me a 30, 40-yarder? A long one, and he can't connect. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Okay, here we go.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco.
The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick 6 for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick 6, the first thing we want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. but what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say.
And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Handed inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On third and short, they'll try option left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And he is going to have a Lions first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, free up the D lineman to make the play.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So 1st and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick 6. Well, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team as they drove downfield. You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. They go play action now. Lawrence. That's caught. Oh, what a grab by Bateman. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
70, Indy.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now with Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On play action, Lawrence. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
I On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. You'll be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line.
54 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On second down, it's Robinson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Lawrence. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Hunter Nicewander on to punt now on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Now, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Robinson, a 1st down and then some. And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. J.K. Dobbins, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina, check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And it's been the ground attack that's kept them in this ball game as they rushed for over 100 yards in those first 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they didn't have quite the same kind of success running the football, but still, not bad for one half of play. Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out of the locker room. We're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back upstate to Jacksonville. And Brand.
They begin with a quick throw out left. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That's a double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. The run only got a here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Robinson. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say,
That looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards the gain there, second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On third down, Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. That's undeniable, but that time the defense was on to it.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Keep playing.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Not much there, only a yard. On 2nd down, here's the option. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run again here with Robinson. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Let's take it inside his own 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now the Lions down 20-13, 55 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for him there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Escapes the sack. Under pressure, they got him again. A win for Jacksonville, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Jacksonville, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall to defeat for the second time this season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.